We're clicking the dreaded D-Rose report. Alright, got a little bit of news here. Here's what I got. Oh, happy birthday to Hall of Famer Ron Simmons, 55 years old, Kevin Von Erich, 56. The idea about the Jack Swagger, in the Contenders match with Del Rio, at the Extreme Rules, here's what the deal is. The winner's going to be able to get the title shot for the world title on Raw the following day. And as soon as, Ziggler is able to compete, that way everything will be back on track for the next pay-per-view. So they are just kind of stretching this out some. So that's why they got a Contenders on. I don't like that, doing that on pay-per-view. But anyway, this could be very interesting. As of now, WWE is planning on doing a strongman versus strongman match, or battle, whatever you want to call it, between Big E Langston and Mark Henry at this year's SummerSlam pay-per-view. Now, if they're going to have that on a pay-per-view, that needs to be something big, like, make a big deal out of it, unless they pull in a jet airplane so many feet or, something like that. And as noted earlier, Jerry the King Lawler, he's going to be wrestling for the Dory Funk's Bang promotion down in Florida on May 25th. And this is going to be, of course, Lawler's first match since suffering a heart attack on Raw last year. But Lawler is scheduled to team with Dory Funk Jr. and Armed Forces champion Johnny Magnum to take on the team of Corey Wild Weston, Quentin Backdrop Hitchcock, and Romeo Youngblood in a six-man match. Scott Hall and Rikishi and Miss Tessmacher, they're scheduled to appear at Pro Championship Wrestling's Dream Night 12, June 5th, down in, Don Preston Rec Center, I guess, in Midlothian, Illinois. Don't know where that is. Monday's Raw scored a 226,000 plus in social media activity. It's the highest in 1 month. Raw did trail, though, both NBA playoff games, both NFL playoff game 7, and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I don't know if I would put that on there, but anyway, on VH1 to rank number 6. I'd hate to be beat out for that, but oh well. WWE taped the following matches: Wichita, Kansas, to air on Wednesday's episode of Main Event. It's going to be Kane taking on Rollins, Barrett taking on Sin Cara in a non-title match, so you know who's going to win. Rhodes taking on Gabriel, and a dark match before the WWE tapings in Wichita saw NXT new people, Adrian Neville and Bo Dallas, defeat Primo and Epico. So we got a tag team coming up from down south, I think, fairly soon. And according to a new WWE.com article, Paul Heyman is scouting a third party to add to his stable. We got Lesnar and Punk. So, I don't know. But anyway, there was an article also features several WWE stars commenting, whether or not they'd like to have Paul represent them or not, or whether he's just the devil in disguise. WWE previously advertised that Randy Orton and Big Show is going to be on Chris Jericho's highlight reel on this week's SmackDown. Instead, Orton and Show were guests on The Miz lowlife reel. WWE taped the following matches for this week's SmackDown: the Usos taking on Rollins and Reign, Miz taking on Sandow, Tensai and Clay taking on Young, Titus O'Neil, and Cesaro taking on Chris Jericho. And Cesaro, I think there was boos, I think, the last time he wrestled Orton. Man, people just aren't taking to him. I think he's a good wrestler, but they ain't got the personality yet, I guess. Caitlyn Oksana in a non-title match, and Orton, Sheamus, and Del Rio taking on Big Show, Henry, and Swagger. WWE reportedly had set record-setting votes for their app during Raw this past Monday, when they had fans vote for Big E Langston's opponent. I think their Raw, their app is free, and I don't know why they always want you to turn away from your TV screen and either text or look at the app or do things other than watch the TV. Unless you're wall-eyed, I don't think you can do that. I don't want to do that. One at a time, one at a time. All right, Layla tweeted a preview of her upcoming WWE photo shoot. Well, picture off her photo shoot. And apparently all the Divas going to be doing a photo shoot for WWE Magazine at this week's tapings. See it online. It was one of her outfits she wears. Wasn't no big deal, but anyway, WWE has released new T-shirts. That's the Randy Orton T-shirt and the Shield. And The Rock tweeted a promotional photo from Fast 6, which apparently probably got done before he had his surgery. And as far as I know, he still can't fly in a plane, I mean. All right, Kevin Nash tweeted the following about this week's potential tour with Scott Hall, telling fans their story. And he says for some reason people think we're going to hit all the large markets. And Scott and I said, we want to see every fan on the planet NWO for life. Well, Scott's going to, and Nash is going to be busy for a while. Former NFL player and WWE talent Brandon Tack Carter is now working as a personal trainer in Lubbock, Texas, after being released by WWE earlier. Carter talked to Lubbock Online about his time with WWE. He said, it went down there. Well, I tell you what, if everybody had this happen, but it's a good thing he got away from there. He said, I went down there, got a few concussions, and ended up getting pneumonia. I ended up in the hospital in December. I woke up, and nobody was there. Then I realized I didn't have any friends or family there, so I came back to Lubbock to be with my family. Top independent wrestler Sami Callihan, he's been pulled from Big Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Style Tournament later this month because he's apparently about to sign with WWE, and noted earlier that Callihan was going through the pre-signing medical test for WWE. Steve Austin, he's about to publish part 2 of his podcast with Kevin Nash on podcast1.com. Get any of those. Latest word on Christian is that he's going to be, I shouldn't talk too loud, I got my son over there asleep on the pillow. Latest word on Christian, he's going to be returning to action soon after WWE's Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Noted that this week WWE Creative still working on plans to getting back into there somehow. They're wonderful writers, aren't they? And Evan Bourne, he's still a ways from returning after he had a match at developmental and decided he's just not ready yet. And I noted the other day, there's still talk of putting Bourne with Sin Cara as a tag match, which would be a good match, A lot of high flying. As noted before, now this is kind of speculation that Paul Bearer is already pretty much confirmed for the 2014 Hall of Fame in association with WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans. Well, WWE has plans, has always had plans, and been there for Bearer and The Undertaker to be inducted at the same time. So it would be interesting to see if Taker gets in on the induction next year as well. Apparently there's some consideration of it. I think they should be separated, as Randy Savage and his family being inducted should be separated. They just, let everybody stand on their own. And another name to be considered for next year's induction, Jake the Snake Roberts. Might be a good deal. Who would induct him? Diamond Dallas Page. Thanks for clicking, guys. I gotta go.